Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm BriannaLentz, and today we are going to be making 4 different tops for under $20. So we're going to be making 3 t-shirts, and we're going to be making a t-shirt dress all under 20 bucks. And this is really fun because I got all the supplies that I needed from Hobby Lobby and Wal Mart besides what I already have at home. So if you are looking to make cool shirts or cool DIY dresses on a dime, this is the video for you. Today we're going to have a really cool video. We're going to be customizing our own shirts, our own clothes, but for a pretty good deal. So I'm actually wearing a custom shirt right now. It says spooky season and it's May. I know, but I made this last year and I used this through a third-party printing. I used Printify. And at that point I was thinking about putting shirts in my Etsy shop, and I decided not to do that. So anyway, so I was able to order a sample. Sorry, you hear my phone. But I was able to order a sample and get this shipped for a really good deal. It's high quality and it's printed. But I want to make a shirt that's two-sided to where it's going to have the pocket and the back. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got 2 of the Gildan shirts, and I'm going to be putting these SVGs on my shirts. So I got a white shirt. I wear a Gildan small. So I got white and I got black. And so for the white shirt, I'm going to be putting these SVGs on this white shirt. And then for the black shirt, I'm just going to be doing another pocket. It's going to be bigger than this one, but it's just going to be another pocket decal. I love shirts like that. That's what I'm so comfortable in those. And so for that, I was able to get both of these shirts for $5.98. I already own a Cricut and I already own the vinyl. So for me, these 2 shirts are going to be just $6 and my time. Then when I was there, my daughter found this Hello Kitty fabric. She loves Hello Kitty. She just turned 7, and fabric was 40% off at Hobby Lobby. And so at first I was like, no, I just want to get out of the store. I don't want to spend more money. And then I was thinking, but wait. Fabric was 40% off, and I wasn't sure how much I would need. So I got 2 yards of this licensed fabric for $10.78. That's going to be more than what I need, I can already tell you. So I'm going to be making her a dress. Our next stop was Wal Mart. So at Wal Mart, I got her a white t-shirt for $4, and I'm going to be making her a dress that looks similar to this dress. And it's going to be really cute. So for, let's just say approximately like what, $14.78, which is going to be less than that because I'm not going to be using the full 2 yards of fabric. Go on, please. She'll be able to have a Hello Kitty dress that I made her. I've wanted to make this kind of a dress for a long time, and this is kind of off the cuff, so I wasn't really sure how much to buy, and I'm sure that I can make her something with Hello Kitty besides just the dress. So let's just say $10 I think is fair. So $10, $16 we're at. And then my daughter, when we were talking about stuff, she said she really likes Kirby. She likes Nintendo. And she was asking, saying that she wanted to save up her money for like $30 to get a Nintendo shirt. And I said, well, don't forget that in the meantime, you can make your own custom shirts. And so while we were at Hobby Lobby, we got her a pink shirt, which is not the typical color that she would wear, but she wants to make Kirby. And so with just black and a little bit of red, we're going to be able to make her a Kirby shirt for $4 because I already have all the supplies that I need to make that shirt. So we're going to be able to make me 2 shirts, my 11-year-old a licensed Kirby shirt, and my 7-year-old a licensed Hello Kitty dress for $20 and some time. So I'm so excited to get in. So if this is something that you'd like to see me make, then let's go ahead and keep watching. And my daughter is a size 6'6", and so I can share whatever details I make for her size if you are interested in that on that size range. So let's go ahead and let's get started.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach.
And I'm going to start working on shirts tonight, and I'm going to be using my In-N-Out shirt as a guide because I want my pocket up here to be that one image, and then I want the full image on the back for the first shirt I'm doing. So I'm going to be using this size as a guide to know how big to make my images. And plus I'm going to be using, you know, Google as a resource, but I like this size. So this will let me know what it should end up looking like. And if it's a little bit smaller than this, I'm totally fine with it too. So yeah, so this is the vibe. So I'm hoping to get both of my shirts done today. They're both cleaned. And, oh, not my black one, but my white one is. So I'll be doing my white one tonight, and hopefully everything goes to plan. In order to go ahead and get started, I pre-washed my Hello Kitty fabric and my Gildan t-shirt, so that way they were pre-shrunk. When I apply my heat transfer vinyl, it will already be adhered then to pre-shrunk cotton, and that is very advisable. So the first shirt that I'm going to be working on is the motherhood shirt, where it has a huge graphic on the back of the shirt, and then it's going to have a smaller image on the front. I went ahead and sized it accordingly using my In-N-Out shirt as my guide. So I went to make this guy, and it just doesn't translate well enough even as a complex cut for my cut image. So I was going to make this into a t-shirt, and I'm going to have to say sayonara. I'm not going to do that. What I decided to do instead is I went to my Canva and I went to look through the files that I have for sale on Etsy. And I'm going to pick one of these and make one of my own made images into a shirt. So I just need to pick out which one I want to do. All right, so here's what I decided to do. I decided to do my cross stitch all day. Oh, it's going to show up as an SVG. Anyway, I did my cross stitch all day, and I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do a simple white vinyl. I got this sprayer for like 75 cents at a garage sale the other day. Ooh. And it's one of these old Mod Podge ones, and it has this other thing. Anyway, if you don't have one of these sprayers in your kit, get one, because it's worth it. It is so worth it for this. So yeah, so here's my cross stitch all day. I'm just going to make this as like the little pocket instead of the skeleton like I was going to do, and I'm really happy with that. And I'm glad it's going to be one of my own designs that I've made. So if you like this, you can go to BriannaLentz shop on Etsy, BriannaLentzShop.etsy.com, and you can get this SVG too. So I'm excited, and I will probably be wearing this in my next floss tube. I'm really excited. All right, I'm really happy with how this came out. It's kind of big, but I think it's going to be cool. I'm going to wear this in my floss tubes, and so it's going to say cross stitch all day, and it's going to be big. I mean, I could have made it a little bit smaller, but I was afraid you weren't going to be able to read it, and so, I mean, it's kind of big, but it's all good. And then I'm going to be making my daughter a Kirby shirt, and all I did was Googled Kirby coloring pages. She picked out the one that she likes, downloaded it as a JPEG, and then I was able to upload it as a cut image. And so this is what she chose. I'm not selling this, I'm just making it. So I'm perfectly fine with it. And I'm going to go ahead, see, these are all of my recent projects. This is the one I almost did. And let's see, we're gonna do this. Add to canvas. Oh, I've got multiple projects here. And I'm gonna make this 8 inches. I think that's gonna be small. Well, I'm gonna look this up onto her shirt and see if 7 by 10 is gonna be way too big, and if not, then we'll just go with it. And we're gonna make her shirt. All right, so first up, I'm gonna do cross stitch all day because that's easy and that's one shirt. Then I'm gonna do Fiona's Kirby shirt, and then I'm gonna do the front and back of this one because this one took the most weeding, so I want to do it last. So yeah, so I'm excited. So I put away all my Cricut stuff already. I've got my heat press. It's warming up to 315, so I'm supposed to do 315 for 30 seconds. And if you want your glue to stay longer, don't forget to turn your shirt over after you've pressed it. Turn your shirt over, press it for another 30 seconds from the back, and that's gonna help your glue stick longer. That's a good hack. And then I always just kind of just double check everything, but you don't want to do it too much. You just kind of have to figure out your happy medium. I think this is so cute. Anyway, so I cannot wait. Cannot wait. All right, so for this one, I just went 2 inches in and eyeballed it, and it looks straight. I put it up against myself and I think it's gonna be good. Kind of looks like where I have my Quicksilver, you know? So I'm going for it. I don't know. It's kind of big, kind of obnoxious, and I kind of love it, so. All right, so my t-shirts are done and I love them. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So the next thing that I need to do is to make the t-shirt dress for Jules, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I like gathering I like gathering fabric, but I haven't done it in a while. I'm just gonna make a simple t-shirt dress where it's a t-shirt on top and the dress on bottom. So it's just gonna require me figuring out if I want it to be like an empire waist dress or lower, how long I want the length to be for the dress, making a simple double seam so that way I have no raw edges, and I'm gonna have to gather it and then pin it all together. So I don't know how long it might take me. I haven't sewn in a while, so it's probably gonna take me a little bit longer than it normally would, but it should be great. So super fast, super easy. I can make all of these things. I'm making all of these things in an afternoon. The only thing that really has been time consuming was weeding the motherhood, and number two, making sure that all of my stuff that I wanted to pre-wash was pre-washed. But technically I could have done that all in one day. So anyway, I'm excited. Let's get going. Okay, so I just took this out of the dirty clothes. Don't judge me. She got ketchup on it. But I'm gonna use this as, if I thought about it, I would have washed this yesterday. But I'm gonna use this as my template. So I'm gonna cut this, you know, however many inches below the armpits, and then that's where I'll cut this at, plus like a quarter, half an inch. And because I'm going to be sewing it together like this is on the inside, and then I will be adding like an extra inch to the total length. And this dress is my total template for what I'm going to do with the Hello Kitty fabric on here. So easy peasy. Well, I didn't hesitate. I just went for it. I went 2.5 inches below the armpits on both sides. We're gonna call it good. All right, so I only needed 1 yard of fabric. For Jules, what I have 2 pieces. Well, it's 1 yard, 2 sides. And the length of her dress is going to be 20 inches. And then, so for the t-shirt, where is it? This is the bottom of the shirt, which by the way, Jules told me she did not want an empire waisted dress, but I already cut it. And plus it makes it easier for the length of fabric. So we're going to go with it. If I had done extra length on the shirt, she could have a longer dress and it would have been fine. But oh well, I told her this one's going to be empire waisted. The next one I can make different. But anyway, so for her, I did 4 times the width of the shirt, which is roughly 48 inches. And so I did a little bit extra because we're going to be gathering and then sewing on the inside. And then the length of hers is going to be 20 inches, but an inch of that's going to go to seam allowance. And then, you know, another quarter, half an inch is going to go up here. So what I did is I just wanted it to be about 4 inches longer than this dress. And that's pretty much how I got the measurements. So what I'm going to do with my sewing machine is I'm going to sew this right sides together, and then I'll zigzag it. So that way this is one long strip. And then I'm going to sew 2 gathering lines up there. So that way I can gather the dress and then sew it together. And then I'll pin it to the inside of here and then pin it to the inside of the dress. And then the dress will be done. Because this won't fray, and then that will be so zigzagged and stuff up top that won't fray either. And then I'm going to do a double rolled hem, so I'll do 1/4 of an inch, and so it'll be 1 inch total on the bottom, and then we're going to be done. Yep, so now the 2 panels are sewn together, so this is one long strip, and then I just went back and I did a zigzag, and I'm going to press this open, and then I will go ahead and just press up my hem on the bottom. See, here's my hem, and I'm just going to sew that in place. And then the next thing I can do is basting stitches up there. All right, so now that is sewn, and I did 2 lines. 1, I mean, it's decorative, but 2, I just really wanted to make sure that I caught the top edge. So I just went back. First I did this line, and I wasn't catching some of these. Some of these weren't catching all the way, so I just went back and did a second line, and I'm happy with how it looks. Yeah, it looks clean. So now I'm going to do 2 basting stitches all the way across, and then I will gather it to the length that I need. I need to do the math, but I don't have to do that yet. I'm just going to do my gathering stitches at this point. So my basting stitches are in. So basically all I did is I took my straight stitch and I put it at the longest length, and I have long strings on both sides, and I did my math, and my shirt is 28 inches circumference. So 14 inches wide times 2, so it's a 28-inch circle circumference. So I'm going to gather this down until it's 28 inches in length. So that way I will then, well, I mean a little bit more than 28. And then I will do my side seam, and then I will pin this inside and sew around. Right sides to right sides, right? Yeah, you'll see what I'm saying. All right, as you can see, I've gathered my stitches, and so it's 28 inches long, but doubled up. It is, I mean, it's hard to do one-handed, but it's close to 14. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my seam here, do the zigzag just like I did on this side, and then I'll meet you back. All right, now that seam is finished, just like the other one. And so we have a complete tube. Okay, so I have everything pinned together. I have, this is the inside. So I'm going to sew around and then zigzag it to get all those little frays, and then I'll be done. Wish me luck. All right, so I went around and I zigzagged it. So now we're going to, yeah, check that out. Now, because of the way I did the basting stitches, I'm going to have to take all of the basting stitches out, just pick them out, and then that's it. And then we'll get a full look. Can you spin around slowly for me? All right, so I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I finished the dress, I finished the shirts, and I am so pleased with how everything turned out. Jules's t-shirt dress fits her amazingly well, and what I love about what I did is that was completely custom to her size now, because she's tall and thin, and so that's something that I was able to customize for her length versus it being too big for her. And I can't wait to actually make a tutorial so that way you guys can make a similar t-shirt dress for your person that you want to make it for, and it be completely custom to their size. So that's going to be coming in the future. And then my shirts, I'm so happy with how they came out. I'm wearing it today. Today's actually Mother's Day. We went to church and we're having a little bit of a lull. And so I took some video of everybody wearing what they were wearing, because my daughter's wearing her Kirby shirt. My other daughter's wearing her Hello Kitty dress. She actually wore that to church today. I wore a blue dress, but I knew I wanted to wear my shirt today. And I'm so happy with how it looks. It's really cool. And then I'm really happy with how this looks too. I am going to be wearing this in my my upcoming floss tube, and I'm so excited about it because it's cross stitch all day. So what's cool about this is that if you are a part of different sites, different SVG sites or different things like that, you can purchase different SVGs at Etsy. You can purchase SVGs that I've made at BriannaLentz shop on Etsy, and you can make your own images. You can use a third-party printer like Printify if you want to. If you're doing a one-sided shirt, that is really cost-effective. If you're doing 2 different sides, it's more expensive. So that's why I made my own. I thought about printing my own off of Printify, and then I'm really happy I decided to just use my vinyl. And I'm really happy that I just chose a simple Gildan cotton t-shirt for these, because personally, these are my favorite things to wear in the whole world. Summer, winter, spring, fall, I put flannels over these, and they're just like, they're my comfort. I love being feminine, and I love dresses and all of those kinds of moments. But when like my day-to-day, like regular, like I love wearing a t-shirt and shorts or t-shirt and blue jeans is my absolute fave. And so with this one, I felt like just styling it a little bit by putting up my sleeves, and I think it's so cute. So my daughter loves her Kirby shirt. Jules loves her Hello Kitty. The only thing that she said is that she wants another one where it's like 2 to 3 more inches of just t-shirt, and then it's more like a t-shirt and a skirt, which I can totally do that for her. And I'm gonna be rocking this in a lot of my floss tubes. So I love that I'm able to make my own SVGs and then make my own custom shirts. This one I didn't make the SVG, but I'm glad that I saw something that I liked and then I was able to make it. And I don't know, I just had the best time. And honestly, I made everything in 4 hours. Like I pre-washed some stuff. So there was, like I said in an earlier clip, like I had to pre-wash some things the day before, but once everything got down to the nitty gritty, like start to finish, 4 hours, 3 shirts and a t-shirt dress. And probably if I were to do this again, I would be even faster. So that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in my next project and in my next video. And if you make any of the shirts inspired by today's video, please tag me on social media at Brianna_Lentz on Instagram, here on YouTube, email me. I would love to see it. All right, that's it, you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross